everyone. In this video, we're going to cover crow pose. It's one of those, it's an arm balance, and it's a position that tends to be a first. Like, it tends to be people's first arm balance position. We're low to the ground, so there's not far to fall, which is nice. You might want a blanket just in front of you. Usually I say it's for courage, okay, so that if you bonk, you're going to hit something cushy. This is a pose I have really fond memories of, and every time I do it, I think about my dad, because the first time I successfully came into crow pose, nobody was around to witness, so I called him up and got into my car and I'm like 26, 27 years old, and just had to have somebody see and give me, compliments on my beautiful arm balance, okay? So anyway, it's a really fun pose. It definitely takes some organization, some strength. Let's go ahead and explore. So you're going to set up, with your mat, maybe with a blanket. I'm just going to set it more forward here. You're basically in a position of strength of plank pose. Between plank, chaturanga, you're trying to keep your arms close to straight. Okay, you also want to decide, how are your wrists feeling with this? What's the exact right positioning? The distance between your hands. Do your index fingers point forward? Do your middle fingers point forward? So there's some stuff to play with. The knees are going to be high up on the triceps. You want them more here than at the center of the muscle or close to the elbow. Okay, for me, this is where it started, and I've just been working my way up. Couple different ways of entering. You can position yourself, in a more of a squat. Okay, the heels are going to be off the ground because we're going to be lifting one or both feet up. Okay, so you could enter it this way. You could enter it more from a forward fold and shifting forward. This is definitely a pose where your head is going to be forward, or you're going to be looking forward, because if you tuck, you're more likely to go into a somersault, a very uncomfortable somersault. Okay, so a lot of things to consider, a lot of things to play with. If you think about it, it's a potential entry into tripod headstand. Okay, so I might show that. That's kind of fun. It also, you can, in a more rigorous practice, it's a pose where you would hop back into chaturanga. So it's in that family, okay, of organization. Head of the arm bones in the shoulder joints, okay, length in the spine. So you could start out with a slight tuck just as you're setting up, and then with length in the back of the neck, you can extend. You don't want to be here. That's really uncomfortable. Okay, so everything is still an extension of excellent posture. All right, so it's a pose to play with. Okay, so I'm going to position my hands. This is a typical entry for me. I'm just kind of getting my hands positioned, getting my knees really high up. I start out with as straight of arms as possible. I don't really think they stay straight. That's just still where I'm at in my practice. Okay, so getting the head of the arm bones in, connecting my knees high up the arms. Okay, again, I have to reaffirm the head of the arm bones a lot. Really bringing energy up in toward the midline, shifting forward. Okay, bearing weight on the hands, and yet not letting my wrists really take too much. I really want to bring energy up. Lengthen, finding inner body length, taking one or both feet away from the ground, up toward your seat, really inflating the spine with breath, and then releasing back down. So much fun. I mean, really, it's just so much fun. So now just another fun. I think I'm going to turn this way, just in case anything goes unscheduled, okay, with my headstand. So I want to go from crow to headstand, just to show, so you can see the potential. It's just always neat, when you accomplish one thing, it's neat to see where you could go next. And I don't know if it'll happen today, but you could go from crow to tripod headstand, back to crow, jumping back. I don't know. We'll see. I'll let myself have some space here just in case I feel inspired. All right, so really you could enter it in so many ways. You could put a little bit of cushion underneath your heels just to give you additional support at first. Okay, I'm just gonna set this up. It's really similar in the setup to a handstand, okay? So rooting across my palms, evenly, really bringing energy up from the center lines. If you think of the center lines of your feet, you've got center lines in the hands coming all the way up the arms, gazing forward, really trying to keep a sense of lightness, inner body length, breathing, okay, one or both feet, and then shifting. You want to really feel like you have control. You're tapping the head down, and I've got a nice base for my tripod, headstand, love it. Whoop. Yeah, that was unscheduled, unplanned things. Okay, and then maybe returning, we'll see if it's graceful or not, okay, to a crow pose. And then this is usually the trickiest part, getting the head off the ground without the feet landing. I just can tell I will go into a very sloppy chaturanga, which I really don't want to do. It's just not worth it. But maybe you can see the theory of, pretend I did it, okay? Legs back. Okay. But anyway, crow pose. Crow is so much fun. And when you get it, you'll want somebody to see it. I assure you. You're going, somebody has got to see me do this. All right. Anyway, I'd love to see your photos. Let me see them. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.